If you boys need any sort of my team grinding, make sure to hit up my boy Witty over on Twitter. He's got the fastest, most reliable, and the cheapest prices out there. You guys don't want to miss out. In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best buyout cards at each position right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. And what I do mean by a buyout card is going to be any card for under 100,000 MT that you're able to buy for a buyout price. I'll be going over the top 5 point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. So let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think are the best buy now cards right now in this game. But first here, starting off with the top 5 best buy now point guards. Now the first 2 cards I want to talk about are going to be at that budget price tag, so they're going to be a lot cheaper than 100,000. But obviously the premise of this video is we're talking about cards that are under 100,000 MT, so we're going to talk about some expensive cards here in a second. But Kobe White I still think is an amazing budget point guard. If you pair him with the Lauri Markkanen as well, with that dynamic duo, he becomes a dark matter and he becomes one of the best point guards in this game. So if you do pick up Pink Diamond Kobe White, maybe consider also getting Lauri Markkanen, but a really good offensive point guard, has a good jump shot and great dribble sigs as well, and you can find him for like 10,000 MT. Now the 4th best buy now point guard I think is going to be Stephon Castle. Again, talking about really budget options, but still, these cards are amazing for their price. 6'7" point guard, 6'9" wingspan, great defensive card. He's quick, he's got a great dribble style, he's got good dribble sigs, he's got a fairly good jump shot in the catch and shoot. So I think Stephon Castle, Kobe White are 2 of the best budget point guards right now in the game. Now talking about the guy at number 3, now we get to more of the expensive point guards, and John Wall recently just became a buy now price of under 100,000 MT, and I think he's actually really good. 6'3" at point guard, 6'9" wingspan. I think they gave him good defensive stats: 94 steal, 94 perimeter, 85 block, 82 interior defense. I mean, the card's got 99 speed, which is ridiculous on a card. 98 vert, 98 driving dunk, Hall of Fame poster, jump shots on quick timing. I think it's a great release. The one thing is they didn't give him really great dribble sigs, and that's something that I would say is a huge flaw with John Wall. But 16 Hall of Fame badges is great for a card that came out January 17th. So for me personally, guys, I think John Wall is an amazing pickup at the point guard spot for under 100k. And then number 2, I think just slightly better than John Wall, is Galaxy Opal Tyler Hero. He's got a good jump shot, he's got okay movement, but the thing about this card is he does struggle defensively. 6'5" at point guard, 6'3" wingspan, only an 84 steal, 87 perimeter, 52 block, 78 interior defense. Not the greatest badges as well, so it's a little bit of a struggle with Tyler Hero. But I think he's got the Devin Booker dribble style, which is great. He's got a good jump shot, and yeah, I think overall this card is definitely solid for under 100,000 MT. And then at number 1, I think the best point guard in this game for sure under 100k is going to be LaMelo Ball for that buy now price tag, which he recently has dropped in price, obviously with those super packs and just, you know, how time has moved on. It's, you know, he came out December 13th, so he's been out for a while. 6'7" point guard, 6'10" wingspan, has a really good jump shot, decent dribble sigs. I think LaMelo Ball is the best buy now point guard, and these are going to be my top 5. Now moving on to the top 5 best buy now shooting guards, I think number 5 is going to be Ron Artest. He's gone down quite a bit in price, and you can find this card for 20,000 MT, maybe even 15,000 MT. So a really cheap shooting guard, and I think he's an amazing two-way option. Who I'm also going to talk about at number 4 is going to be this Pink Diamond Danny Green. Both these cards extremely cheap. Danny Green's like 5,000 MT, and they both play elite level defense on the perimeter. For example, Ron Artest, 6'7" at shooting guard, 6'11" wingspan, 98 steal, 98 perimeter, tons of really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, and also does have a great jump shot with that Rudy Gay release. So an amazing two-way card. And the same thing with Danny Green. If we're just talking about strictly 3-and-D shooting guards, it's not going to get much better than Danny Green and Ron Artest. Good jump shots, decent dribble sigs, you know, has really amazing defensive stats and badges. Yes, these cards aren't that expensive, which is nice. And now we're going to talk about some maybe a little bit more expensive cards. For example, I think Galaxy Opal Grant Hill, the fact that you can now get him for under 100k, I think is actually a pretty good pickup. 6'8" at shooting guard, 7' wingspan. I've played this card quite a bit in Showdown, and he gives me some problems. Like, he's got a good jump shot, he's a very good defensive card, he can slash, and all around he's just really well rounded at that shooting guard position. Now number 2, I think the second best buy now shooting guard is going to be OG Anunoby. For me, I think he's just a slightly better version of like a Danny Green card or a Ron Artest. He's 6'7" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan. His defense is going to be top tier. He's more of a all-around defender in my opinion compared to a Danny Green or a Ron Artest, able to give you a little bit more size on that interior. and be able to defend the paint a little bit more, able to slash a little bit better. He's got his jump shot on very quick timing instead of only quick or normal for on our test. So I think he's just slightly better, and you can find this card for easily under 100,000 MT, maybe 70,000, 50,000 MT. Really not that expensive for OG Anunoby. But number one, guys, I think it's obvious, and that's going to be Galaxy Drazen. For under 100k, guys, you're probably not going to find a better card than Drazen Petrovic. He is so good at shooting guard, 6'5", 6'8" wingspan. His stats are really good, 99.3, 99 mid-range, every single Hall of Fame shooting badge you need in this game. But the thing they did with this card is they gave him a new jump shot, and they gave him one of the best releases in this game. Jared Culver base, Oscar upper, on very quick, one of the best releases in this game, and he's also only like 60, 70,000 MT, really not that expensive. So these are going to be my top 5 best buy now shooting guards. Now moving on to the top 5 best buy now small forwards. I think at number 5 is going to be Terry Dischinger. I like to start out with some maybe cheaper cards here as well. They give you guys some budget options, and honestly, Terry Dischinger is better than any other buy now small forward I could think of. 6'7" at the 3, 6'11" wingspan. And the thing about Terry Dischinger is he's one of the better offensive small forwards in this game. So if you're looking for scoring at small forward, you're not going to find much better. He's got an amazing dribble style with that Kyrie Irving dribble style. He's got the Rudy Gay jump shot, which I think is amazing, even though it's on normal timing. He's a good enough defender. He can slash to the rim. I think this card does everything on the court for like 15,000 MT. Really not that expensive. Number 4, I do think it's going to be Paulo Banchero. Even though it's only his diamond card, it's very similar to its Galaxy Opal version. And for like 30,000 MT, 25k, he's come down a lot in price. He's so good at small forward still, being a diamond card, 6'10" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan, and just can do it all. He's got the size, he's got a great jump shot, he's a good enough defender. He's just a really well-rounded card, and I like that at the small forward position. I do think he's going to come in here at number 4. Now number 3 is a card that came out a while ago, and it's actually Pink Diamond Kevin Durant, who is easily under 100k. I want to say he's like 50, 60k MT on the auction house. But it's still Kevin Durant, 6'10" at small forward, 7'5" wingspan. I understand maybe he doesn't have the greatest stats or badges, but this card's still got a great jump shot. He's still got great dribble sigs, and like his dark matter goes for millions of MT. And obviously, yes, this card is a lot better with that jump shot on very quick, but this Pink Diamond Kevin Durant still gives me problems, and I think is a really good card for his price tag, and definitely one of the better buy now small forwards right now in this game. And then to talk about number 2 and number 1, it really just comes down to, at the small forward position, what are you looking for? If you're looking for defense, you go with a card like Galaxy Opal AK. If you're looking for offense at the small forward position, you go for a card in Michael Beasley, because Galaxy Opal AK, 6'9" small forward, 7-foot wingspan, you're probably not going to get much better defensive stats and badges than this. He has a 97 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, and a 94 interior defense with almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. It is absolutely insane. Great physical stats, has a decent enough jump shot. This card, he hovers around that 100,000 MT price range. Sometimes he's like 110, 115. I've seen him up for a buy now a couple times, so I'm going to put him on this list. And then Beasley, the same thing. He hovers for maybe like 110, 125, but I've seen him for a buy now price. And I just wanted to talk about this card because he is so good at small forward, 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. If you guys are looking for a small forward that isn't a budget tier or isn't like those crazy expensive Dark Matter LeBron, KDs, or Dark Matter Giannis's, Michael Beasley is a really good option for a not budget price tag, but for a cheaper price tag of only like 100,000 MT. And these are going to be my top 5 best buy now small forwards. Now going on to the top 5 best buy now power forwards, I think at number 5 is still going to be the Pink Diamond Giannis. And the thing about this Giannis card, similar to Kevin Durant, is they just play so well in game, especially with Giannis. He's 6'11" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. I understand these cards came out a while ago and they might not have the stats and the badges of some Pink Diamond cards nowadays, but they are still so good because of their animations and how well they do play in game. Giannis has also come down quite a bit in price because of the super packs crashing the market, so I think he's actually a pretty good pickup now if you're looking for a really elite power forward. Number 4, I do think is going to be a card that I recommend for every single budget team in this game, and that is going to be Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. You can't really get much better value than this card for under 10,000 MT. 6'10" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan, 97 block, 92 interior defense, has a great jump shot. He's just amazing for the budget price. I know he's like a lot cheaper than 100,000 MT, but I wanted to put him on this list because honestly, he does deserve to be here. Now number 3 is going to be a lot more expensive of a card, and that's going to be Galaxy Vucevic, who's just a really solid power forward, honestly. Like 6'10" power forward, 7'4" wingspan, good enough defender, but has a great jump shot, 94.3, that releases on quick timing, has Hall of Fame Deadeye, Limitless, Set Shot Specialist, and Goal Shifty Shooter, has good strength, good vertical, good standing dunk. Like, he's just a solid all-around power forward for like 60, 70, maybe 80,000 MT. I think he's one of the better buy now power forwards in this game. Number two though, a card that really surprised me is actually Galaxy of Vlade Divac, and you can maybe even argue this card to be number one because he is so good for that price tag. 7'1" at power forward, 7'5" wingspan, 92 block, 90 interior defense, 94 strength, has a great jump shot, decent enough dribble sigs. Like, he actually has the Curry escape, which is pretty good this year. Really good rebounding card, and is honestly one of the best power forwards in this game. And for only 100,000 MT, I think he's a really good pickup. And then at number one, guys, I did want to talk about this all-star Evan Mobley, who recently just became a buy now, and I think this card is actually really elite at power forward. 6'11" at the 4, 7'4" wingspan, an amazing defensive card, like 97 block, 89 steal, 93 perimeter, 95 interior defense, has his jump shot on quick timing, which I do think is solid. He has like the Trey escape, Jimmy Butler behind the back, Zion Williamson dribble style. I think these top three power forwards could really be put in any sort of order. I think maybe you could go like Vlade. I'll probably go like Vlade at number one. I think he's slightly better than Evan Mobley, but these three cards are all really good for a buy now price, and these are going to be my top 5 best buy now power forwards. Now moving on to the final position here, the top 5 best buyout centers, and I got to talk about Vlade Divac again. It's going to be the only duplicate like power forward to center card, but I had to put him in this top 5. He is so good at the center position as well. Now for me, number 4 is actually going to be an underrated card, and that is Galaxiopa Rudy Gobert, who's only like 60,000 MT. When I first saw this card come out, I was like, there's no way he's going to be good. It's a Rudy Gobert card, 67 3 ball, but he provides so much other value with his rebounding, his strength, his defense, his size. Like, he's got almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. This is one of the best defensive cards in this game. I would have liked to see a little bit more speed on this card, but honestly, for a center, that is very solid, and he's one of the best buy now centers right now in this game. I think just because of his size, I'm going to put Zach Edey a little bit above Gobert. I think this card is really, really valuable for under 100k. 7'5" center, 7'10" wingspan, and he's just a guy that can guard a Wemby. He can guard those taller centers and really be a mismatch on the offensive end. Yes, he's slow, 57 agility, 60 speed. So if you wanted to put a card like Gobert over him, I could understand that, but I do think Zach Edey provides a lot of value at the center position. Now, number 2 and number 1 are both very elite in their own regard, and honestly, I think you could put it in whatever order you want to, but I'm going to go Hakeem at number 2, and I'm going to Pink Diamond Hakeem, and I'm going to go Pink Diamond Kristaps at number 1. Both these cards amazing for their price. Hakeem's only like 35, 40k. Kristaps is a little bit more expensive, maybe like 80, 90,000 MT, but Hakeem is such a good defender. Kristaps is such a good three-point shooter. Both have the size and the defense to compete at a really high level. But guys, these are going to be my top 5 best buy now point guards, top 5 best buy now shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. But let me know in the comment section down below, what are some of your guys' favorite buy now cards to be using right now in the game, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.